I have a confession to make. Are you guys ready for this? I take cold showers.
Oh, come on, man.
I know. It is what it is. I was publicly...
You talk shit about people who did that.
I know. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Meme Daddies podcast. I'm Tank Sinatra, and this is...
Adam the Creator.
Call me Dutton, because I be Dressin. Dutton Ranch, bitch.
Hidden Valley ass.
Yo, I'm tired of dressing like a fucking a person with severe depression.
Right. Someone who's given up all hope.
I put on the same pair of sweatpants 3 days in a row. I legitimately am like, am I going to be okay?
Yeah.
For 2 years, I dressed in sweatpants and sweatshirts, and I don't think I can do it anymore. So I'm taking a step up. It's not a big step. It's a stutter step. But these pants, VRST from Dick's, they do have an elastic waistband. I'm not going to lie. It's not like I'm, tight or whatever.
Right.
But they're
baby steps.
They're cotton. And they're not sweatpants. They're just comfortable. Could be mistaken for dress pants or khakis or whatever if somebody happened to look quickly.
It definitely is an upgrade from a sweatpant.
And I have buttons on my shirt.
Yep. Very nice.
So if you noticed, last week, maybe the week before that, I've been trying to step my game up just so I feel like a human being. I also went grocery shopping yesterday.
Good for you. In person, not on the phone.
Yeah. No, yeah, Instacart, which is what I usually use. Like, I didn't call the grocery store.
So you grocery shopping looks like this.
Yeah. And
that's an upgrade.
I've become too lazy even to do that.
Reorder? What do you do? Alexa, reorder.
Where I go through the frequently bought items, and I'm like, honey, can you do the order? And it's like, fuck, man, like I can't even do that.
Mom.
Yeah,
pizza rolls.
I realized that there was a problem when this was years ago. I became too lazy even to take a picture of a check to deposit it at Chase. I was like, fuck, this technology thing is going to become a problem. That was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I realized it. And that was before COVID.
That's one of the best things. I love the check thing.
I ran 3 errands yesterday. I felt good.
But by running errands, you mean sitting in your chair with your phone? You
No, I actually went to 3 different places. This was after I went to the gym.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, man? I'm going places today.
You're reemerging.
Yeah, I have to. I can't sit around anymore. I feel very bad about myself.
Okay. Well, you felt about yourself. You look well put together today, I got to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks, buddy. How are you doing?
I got nice, clean sneakers. I'm still a piece of shit, but I'm pulling my way out of it too.
You really are.
Yeah, I know. But I'm coming out. I got my nice Grape Juice Boys hoodie on.
So for those of you who don't know, we're the Meme Daddies. We make memes for a living. We're daddies, mostly because we're sexy as fuck, but also because we're old and we have kids. And basically what we do here is we look at the world through memes, and we're going to show you some memes, and we're going to talk about the world as it relates to memes, basically. Like, we just meme...
Memes. Some people call them memes.
Who asked me about memes the other day? And I kind of, in a dickhead way, I was like, what?
Oh, no.
I knew what he meant.
You got to be nice.
I know. Bro, it's 2022, dude. Figure it out. I can't remember who it was, but they asked me about memes. Who was it? I should have just said... maybe I wasn't a dick about it, but I was like, memes? And he was like, yeah. I don't even remember what he was asking me. It wasn't anything important, I can tell you that much.
Right. It probably wasn't anyone you hadn't seen.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't even remember what he was asking me. He was just asking me, like, do they exist? I was like, yeah.
That's an existential question.
Yeah, do they? Speaking of Grape Juice Boys, he posted this meme that said, when someone shows me a meme I saw 2 weeks ago, and it's Patrick from SpongeBob saying, clearly you don't know who I am. And can you speak to this? Like, how do you handle it when someone shows you a meme? Any meme at all? Because it's like,
When they DM it to like what, a friend or just like a follower?
Well, first of all, has anyone ever
Well,
sent?
followers are friends, but just like somebody.
Has anyone ever sent you your own meme that you made?
Sometimes, yeah.
What are they doing? What are you doing?
I think it's a nod.
I saw it.
I saw this. Yeah, I think it's good. That's cute.
I saw it in my mind before it came to be.
No, I like what's. I've gotten emails where somebody sent me a meme and wrote a whole paragraph. Listen, I'm going to start a whole meme empire. We're going to start with this meme, and would you repost it? And then I think we're going to really, and I'm like, one meme? You're going to start and they're not even good. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I think you've gotten emails like that too.
Oh yeah, no, I got a meme. I got an email from a guy who said he was going to start an account, and he had a whole business plan around it, and it was no disrespect, but I guess some disrespect. The worst idea I ever heard in my entire life. I was like, bro, what? I mean, whatever, dude. I guess what that made me realize is that I have not very low self-esteem, but like I'm constantly questioning what am I doing here? Like, should I even be doing this? And that just let me know that like I do have a leg up on the competition, because this guy wanted to start an account that was based on AIM away messages, but with current ideas.
AIM?
Yeah. It was just screenshots of AIM away messages, but with like current events.
Oh, like a time machine for AIM?
Yeah.
Great.
Go for it, bro.
That's a niche.
It's so are a lot of things. Doesn't mean you should do them.
Right.
But yeah, when people listen, I also have to accept the fact that people like to share memes, which is a good thing for us, obviously.
Yeah.
They like to share memes. That's great. But I don't know, man. I guess grace is something that I sometimes lack. And people, I guess, will say to me, like, hey, I got this picture. You gotta meme it. And it's just a picture of, like, their kid. And I'm like, there's no juice here. It's been squoze dry. This kid's not, it's your kid is adorable.
Your kid doesn't have it.
Yeah, your kid doesn't have the juice.
This is not it.
Not the star that you think he is. I mean,
people have sent me doggos.
Very cute dog, very cute kid. I love them. I'm glad you love them. I love you. I want you to be happy, but kid's not a star.
Kid's never going to make it.
Your kid's no Gavin. I can tell you that much right now.
Yeah, I don't love getting memes. Who loves getting memes? I guess, I don't know. Like you said, sharing is a good thing, though. I want people to share memes. But I guess if you make memes, it's not the same thing to get them. I don't know.
I guess you'd have to think of it in terms of other professions,
Hey, you see the spreadsheet? Somebody ever send you a spreadsheet from a different business? Yeah, I guess it's pretty good. What business is this?
Like if John Mayer, if somebody ever DM'd him his own song, I imagine he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? I know the song. I made it.
It's
Although, to rat myself out, I have sent him not his own song, but I discovered this guy. Such a weird story. So like my kids used to watch Daniel Tiger, right, on PBS.
Of course.
And it was just left on one day into the night, and this guy Joe Bonamassa, Jared, right on cue, knew that was coming. He's a guitar guy. He's incredible. So good. Anyway, he's like a blues rock and roll. He's singular. I can't compare him to anybody.
Yeah.
He put on this live concert at Carnegie Hall, and he had a whole orchestra. He had a woman with he had violins, and he had like a cellist, and he was he was incredible, and his voice is really interesting. So I got very into him for a little while. Jessica got me tickets to go see him up in Rhode Island. We got a fucking hotel. It was like a whole thing.
You are all or nothing, bro.
I am all or nothing.
As soon as you find out about someone, you need
I need to dive into them.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, and I have not listened to him since.
Of course. You burn out. You burn hot. And then it's like, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
But wait, go ahead.
So I sent him to John Mayer. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I'm familiar. I was like,
what do you expect him to do?
Cool.
In your mind.
Yeah, I was putting him on.
No, but tell me, tell me. He's go, oh shit. In your mind, like best case scenario, he gets this. He goes, who's this guy?
Best case scenario, he goes, wow, Tank has great taste in music. we're gonna be boys now. I didn't realize how good of taste in music Tank had.
Wow, he's really cool.
I really want people to respect me for my taste in music.
Right.
Everybody does, dude. That's why they get in the aux cord and people going nuts. It's like a fantasy of people's.
Right. And a nightmare to others.
I remember working at this restaurant, and this guy got the privileges to play his music one night, and it was at the Blue Hanil. Not going to say who it was, but he got to play his music, and it was like old man music, right?
Right.
And he goes, man, wasn't the energy in here crazy tonight? And I was like, not like you think, but
No,
I'm
it
glad.
was. It
I'm
was
glad.
his energy.
I'm
He
glad
felt
you were in a good mood because it was your music.
He felt it.
He felt it. I'm like, this end of the bar for you was probably bananas.
The aux cord, you know the meme with Khaled, and he's in like a whatever his thing, and he's going to change. he's blurry because he's he's grabbing the right.
Oh no, that's not Khaled.
That's not DJ Khaled.
The guy with the dreads. Hey man, give me the aux cord. You better not put it on.
No, not that one. Not that. One. No, not that one. The one it's in Momus. It's the one where like it's Khaled's sitting next to somebody, and Khaled's going to change. The camera's up to him, and he's going to change something.
Okay.
It looks like he's getting embarrassed, like. You know, when you have the aux
yeah,
cord
yeah,
and like
yeah.
it's on shuffle and like some bullshit
yeah.
song comes on. He's like,
Yeah.
no, the guy goes, that's that.
Hey man, hand me the aux cord. Okay, I will, but you better not put on.
The sidewalk behind him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Side note, I've been meaning to get this out there. I have a confession to make. Are you guys ready for this? I take cold showers.
Oh, come on, man.
I know. It is what it is. I was publicly.
You talk shit about people who did that.
I know.
Come on, man. That's come on, man.
Oh, come on, man. But you know what? I wanted to say why I do them and why I shit on them.
You don't have to say why you do them. Everybody knows why you do them.
Okay, I want to say why I was. Well, I guess everyone knows why I was shitting on them too. Here's why I do them. Because I read somewhere that they help your dopamine reuptake. And this phone drains your brain of dopamine. And I will tell you that when I'm not doing them, I'm a little shorter with the kids. I'm a little more edgy, a little more irritable. And I would just like to say, is your water being warmer worth your temper being shorter? Huh? You know?
Now you're getting into a whole spoken word tour about
Loaded
it?
Lux, exactly. So that's the only reason. But I like shitting on everything because that's what we do.
Right. That's the joke.
That's the joke.
So what you're saying is the cold shower, and I've had some, shout out to Jesse Itzler, one of my close friends, and we've gone to hot, like Plaza, which is where they beat you with the leaves. You ever go to like those hot Russian saunas, right? And you get hot, you're like dying. And then, because he's a glutton for that stuff. He thinks that you reset your relationship with your body, and it just like it wakes you up like a thrill seeker, you know?
Yeah.
So you come out of the heat where you're dying, and then you go under a cold plunge.
Yeah.
And you got to try to stay there for like 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Which doesn't sound like a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
So it seizes your body where you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
But I got to admit, I've done it. I hated it.
Yeah.
Right after.
Feel incredible.
Yeah, you feel like you're on fucking the moon.
Oh yeah.
It is true.
No,
So,
it brings you into your body.
I haven't gotten the initiative. Maybe I'll do it. Fuck it.
There's
That's a big move, man. Just like turning that shit. It's
all
like,
the way. And I
big move.
brought a meat thermometer into the shower with me to
Come
see
on.
how, I swear to God, to see how
What'd you
cold
hold it with?
my butt cheeks, my meat, to see how cold it actually is, the water.
Yeah.
And it gets pretty cold. It's like 50 degrees. Like that's pretty
cold.
cold water, dude.
Considering ice is 32. That's cold. And
Well,
your body is
you just
98.
don't real. I remember Jesse's video of the cold plunge that he has at his house. He's like, I keep it at 40 degrees, and I was like, fucking who?
40. Yeah. That's
And then like once I started actually taking the temperature of the water that I was getting into, I was like 60s cold.
cold.
And the difference between a shower and a plunge is the world.
Oh, you're immersed.
It's not even close.
You know what it feels like? I've done a one of those Tough Mudders, and I went into a plunge like that. I didn't do Jesse's plunge, but I did one up to the neck. It feels like a fucking stun gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know how a stun gun just, or like a electric shock, just
Yeah.
oh, you go like it hits you. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not like oh, I'm cold.
But
It's
once
just-
you regulate your breath, it is something. There's something to it.
yeah,
But which brings us to our next meme. Stop letting logic and reason come between you and a good joke.
mm-hmm.
By ADHD Dean ASL, whatever that means. ADHD Dean ASL, age, sex, location, or American Sign Language. I don't know.
And attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Well, no, because it's ADHD.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just his. Initials.
So yeah, because people will tell me. By the way, everything that I've ever made fun of on my page, I do or have done.
Right. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the insight to make fun of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why when people say that you can't, people will say that like people make jokes that are. I want to choose my words carefully here. Filled with hatred or ill will. I truly don't believe that you can make a funny joke. You can say mean things about people for sure. You can say very mean things about people, and that can be transphobic or racist or homophobic. That can be true. But I don't believe you can make an intelligent, insightful, funny joke about a group of people unless you love that group of people.
Okay.
And you've spent a tremendous amount of time thinking about that group of people.
Right.
It's just not possible.
Right. It's done with love. It's you're crafting something. You're
crafting something with love and with thought and with time.
Yeah, that's I see that. I agree with that.
So whoever decided to connect the dots between humor and hate is just, I believe, wrong. Like I said, it's very, very possible to say something mean about a group of people.
Sure.
That's not funny. For sure. No doubt about that. But I don't believe it's possible to make a funny, clever joke. Like there was this woman, I forget her name. We'll try and get the name or a clip of it on the video. If I can find it. I'm sorry if I can't find it. But she made a joke where she said that she hates the word rapist because it sounds too much like artist.
Right, a rapist, right? Like it's
like it should
contortionist.
It should say rape. It should be raper, like
right.
murderer,
Right?
You know what I mean?
It definitely sounds like it has like he's putting English on it.
There's an art form to raping.
That's very good.
Yeah,
But obviously, to the point of me saying that's very good, rape is not very good.
of course. But it was made by a woman. If that was made by a man, it was probably be interpreted differently. You know what I mean? But that's someone who has thought about it.
I don't know. That's a solid linguistic joke. That's pretty.
That's somebody who's thought about the topic a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know what I mean, and came up with a very clever way to make a joke about something, which could not be interpreted any other way than, "Wow, that's really clever and funny."
That's right.
And good job.
That's
She didn't
right.
make a joke about people being raped. It was just about the word itself and how it's rapist makes it sound like it's a positive or an art form of some sort.
It's
you know,
very clever.
but moving on to, I guess, transitioning. Have you ever
Are
followed?
you transitioning?
Yeah, I am transitioning.
You're transitioning now into a human being because you were all in your sweatpants and you were like
A
you
lump
were
of
turning
shit.
into a lump.
A lump of garbage.
Now you're transitioning into a respectable man.
Trying.
Proud of you, man. Is that what you were talking about?
No, but there is some. So I was watching the Tim Dillon podcast.
Yep.
The most recent one with Jessica Kirson. It's very funny. I don't know if you know who that is. She's very close with Rachel. They came out with a comedy album,
Oh, okay.
which we totally forgot to talk about when she was on here. But that's my need to talk about myself.
I tried to bring the conversation.
Shut up, Adam.
Hey, Rachel. Hey, so anyway, did you see my last meme? Rachel, what's it like to go on tour? Dude, why are you asking her about a comedy? That's what she does. Do you remember that? You were mad.
Oh, I
Dude,
wasn't
Why do you
mad.
keep asking her about being a comic? Because she's a comic? I'm interested. You're interesting, too.
Yeah, but it's called Meme Daddies, not Rachel Daddies.
Right, not Rachel comedian, mommies.
Yeah, not fucking big guy daddies.
Big guy.
And there was this tweet. I sent it to. Hold on, I sent it to Chris. There's this thing happening. Basically, this guy tweeted out, I don't want to say his name because I don't want to, like, out him or get him in trouble, but he said, I've just started identifying as queer over the last 4 months. Does that make me the new queer but an old black? I think most men, especially black men like me, who come out later in life because we don't really know it ourselves. Also, I'm attracted to a wide range of women, but not men at all.
Huh?
So I didn't know how to ID myself, even though I haven't felt straight in years. LOL. The fuck did you just say, bro?
So not attracted to women.
No.
I mean, not attracted to men, but attracted to a wide range of women.
Yeah.
So he's just a freak. There's a name for that. Yeah, just every kind of woman. He's just a freak. He's into it.
So basically, when I found that guy's tweet, the original, the comments underneath it were pretty negative.
Mean?
Well, they were just like, hey, dude, there's this thing happening, which I actually understand because, as you know, I got fired from this big contract. I'll say it because I'm a straight white male. It is what it is. They're moving all of their money away from straight white males and towards people of color, trans people, gay people, which I'm fine with. Those people deserve to make as much money as possible because they've had a tough run. And straight white males have had a great run. It is what it is. What are you going to do? But the fact that people who feel like they need to get a leg up are saying, wait. No. I'm like queer, I guess. I'm not like attracted to men, but I identify as queer, I guess, too. But like,
Right. Bandwagon.
can I have some money? But that's like me getting fired or not renewing the contract and being like, no, you guys misunderstood. I'm queer.
That's
LGBTQ. That's me. I'm Q. I'm also plus, whatever plus means.
QAnon.
QAnon. Yeah, I'm Q. I'm QAnon. I'm plus. I'll transition if it means keeping the contract. Whatever you guys want, I'll do it. You know, I need some. You know, I'm a straight, white, cis, heteronormative male. I have kids. I'm a
Need
wife.
some affirmative action in this
But
LGBTQ.
I'll fucking do whatever you need to keep the contract going.
All right.
like-
See, it's come full circle, man.
That's what people are doing. And it's to be honest with you, I was talking to a friend about it, and I was like, yo, how crazy would it be? Marxism in 2022, when we look back on it, was bad, right? People know that Marxism was bad. When they just said that, like, there was trial-less guilty verdicts handed out to people. Do you think that there's a possibility that we look back on this time and people go, that was fucked up that you did that you just, like these journalists who are writing articles about people and trying to fucking ruin their careers and ruin their lives, those people, do you think they'll ever be held to task?
Media? No.
You don't think so?
Because the media is the message.
I think they will be.
By whom? The media is the one who's talking to you.
The media in 10 or 20 years, when they look back and go, yo, that was fucked up that you guys were doing that.
Jon Stewart who I love is you know, his new show on Apple TV Plus is The Problem with Jon Stewart, and he did something on the media, and it's like part of the media's job. The media's real job is to educate the public. That's the media's job. That's what it's supposed to be doing. News media in particular.
Yeah.
But you're affected by ratings. You're affected by whatever anybody wants to hear. So, I mean, it's very possible that in the future, if that becomes the hot button topic that people click on, then sure.
I think that's what's going to happen.
But I don't think it's because it's virtuous or
No,
they feel
no.
it. I think it's just because maybe there's a groundswell for it.
Of course.
You know.
I think people will go, hey, wait, remember when people just decided to try and ruin other people's lives for no reason?
The
Not
tough
for-
thing is, though, Tank is like, what? Then what?
I don't want
Then
to
you
let me correct. Not for no reason, because people have done some
Right.
not great things, negative, let's say, hurtful things that hurt other people. Like everyone went nuts. Not everyone, again, not went nuts, but like this Twitter fucking trial by public opinion thing with Louis C.K. They were like, Louis C.K. won a Grammy for his comedy album. He jerked off in front of 2 women. Will Smith has been fucking, resigned from the Academy. It's because he's black. It's because he's black. How could Louis C.K. win a fucking Grammy for his comedy album? Well, shut up, first of all. Second of all, the Will Smith thing happened 7 fucking days ago. The Louis C.K. thing came out 5 years ago. It happened 22 years ago.
Was that the timeline?
Yeah, it happened.
Was that long ago?
Maybe 25 years ago it happened. But it came out in 2017. When do people get a second chance? When? You think Will Smith is not going to have a fucking redemption story?
He will.
Are you
He will.
Smith.
Louis C.K. If Louis C.K. did that during the Oscars, that would have also been like a hot button issue. He would have came out and just jerked off like right in front of the cameras on Chris Rock, let's say.
You guys mind if I jerk off? We would rather you not. I'm gonna do it anyway. But like, you're equating two things that are completely. It's like comparing the moon and fucking Pluto. They're not even in the. They're two. One is so far away time wise.
Yeah.
You can't compare those two. How dare you even do that? That's so fucking stupid of you. And so, I don't know, dude. I get so frustrated with people that just are so hung up on their virtues and like Louis C.K. And they're like, well, what about the fucking careers that he derailed of the two women? I don't know that he derailed their careers. Let me just.
I'm sure it was disturbing as fuck.
Of course it was disturbing. And I'm not downplaying what he did. What I am saying is that all of these people who pretend to be great and virtuous and perfect and hold others to task for what they've done, let's look behind your curtain and see what you do. Let's look at your search history. Let's look at your fucking family life.
Yeah.
And see what you've done your entire life. Let's talk to all of your friends and all of your, even better, let's talk to all of your enemies, all of your ex-boyfriends and all of your ex-girlfriends and all of their parents and all of their friends and see how you are behind closed doors. I would like to know. I'm curious to know. Because I'm 100% positive that you've been a piece of shit at one point or more in your life.
But that's what's happening is the anger at themselves.
Taking out on other people.
Taking out on other people, because that's what it is.
Because it looks good when you hate on somebody publicly. And you think.
You feel separated from that in yourself. So you feel like if I could condemn somebody, then and if I'm secretly kind of guilty of the same thing, I feel like I'm washing my hands of it maybe.
Well, that's so
know what I'm saying?
so there's this clip of Louis C.K., which I think we've spoken about, which is not that old, where he talks about Huckleberry Finn and his use of the N-word, even though Louis C.K. says the word in the clip. He's on stage. It's a little weird, to be honest with you, watching it now. But he says, people are who they are. You can't change it. He goes, I was the person who pulled my dick out and showed it to a retarded girl, which, again, the word, hearing it now is like, ugh. I pulled my dick out and showed it to a retarded girl when I was 8 years old. If I was doing that now, that would be weird. And this clip is like 8 years old.
Huh.
It's like, you were. So he was trying to absolve himself of that on stage by sharing it. And it's weird to see him talk about it when that's actually what he was doing, which leads me to believe that everybody who's condemning him publicly has some shit that they're trying to absolve themselves of.
Yeah.
Privately.
Most of the time, that right? What's the saying? If you point a finger, fucking 4 fingers are pointing back.
Elon Musk bought a 9.2% stake in Twitter. So Parikh Patel, a favorite of mine on Twitter and on Instagram, but mostly on Twitter. This is Trump after realizing Elon can unban him on Twitter, even though he may or may not. But Elon's big thing was, do you think Twitter is doing a good job of protecting free speech? If so, why or why not? And Parikh Patel tweeted, why don't you buy it then? That was like his thing. He did. I mean, he's the largest stakeholder in Twitter now, Elon Musk. 9.2%. I think he spent $3 billion on it, buying it. So that's an interesting move on his part. It made the price of Twitter go up, I think, 27%.
Yep.
The day that the news was released that he bought it. So Elon is he's a market mover for sure.
Oh, yeah, he's a one-man what's it called? Juggernaut. What's it called? The
Jerk or not? That's Louis C.K.
Forget it. Put that- I do like this. This is a good meme, though.
Yeah, Parikh Patel is very good. It's definitely not his real name, but
No, nice identity.
he's very funny. Yeah, he's like the new what was that other Indian avatar?
Right. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. Traffic was crazy. 442, blaze it. So this No, babe, I totally get it. I really love waking up to your 12 full volume alarms set 5 minutes apart at 7 in the morning while you sleep through all of them.
That's great.
This girl's name is Ava Spooky. I guess she put this on TikTok and someone screenshotted it. Quick story about the most foot in mouth I've ever been in my life. Did I ever tell you this?
I don't know.
You're right. How would you know?
It's a loaded question.
With my friend Joe, who I love, but he's one of those people who makes me say dumb things because I'm so like intimidated by him. I call him one morning, accidentally, when I'm dropping my son off at school. But then I'm like, you know what? I haven't called him in a long time, so I'm gonna call him again after I drop him off. We were in line, so I couldn't really talk to him. We were in line for the drop off, so I call him accidentally. It rang once. I pressed end, and then I see my phone ring. It's him. It rings once. He pressed end. I'm like, you dick. You're so stupid. Like, so annoying. Just, like, get me back.
Yeah.
You know? So I call him
Tag.
back. Yeah, tag, you're it. So I call him back 5 minutes later, and he picks up the phone. He's like, hey, what's up, bro? I'm like, how you doing? He's like, good. I'm just at my mom's house. So he was going through, people, his friends know at this point. He was going through a divorce, and he was staying at his mom's house. And he's like, oh, shit's crazy over here right now. I got my girls here. He's got twin girls. He's like, they were jumping on the bed with my mom, and the alarm clock kept going off. And I was like, oh, that's annoying. Is she a snoozer? So I'm thinking he's at his mom's house, and the alarm clock keeps going off. Because I used to date this girl who was a snoozer, and it would drive me crazy. She would set her alarm for like 6 o'clock. And I've always been a late riser, right?
Yeah.
So she would set her alarm clock for 6 o'clock, and she would snooze until 7. Oh, it was torture. So I was like, oh, that's annoying. Is she a snoozer? And he goes, no. But, the girls were in her bed. They were jumping on her. They were trying to play with her. And, like, the alarm clock just kept going off. And, like, now the cops are here and whatever. And I was like, what are you talking about?
What?
So I'm like, what are you saying? And he's like, nothing, bro. I gotta go. He's like, my mom just passed away. So I was like, what?
What kind of story is that?
So I just wasn't getting it. He was trying to tell me that his mom died. And I go, oh, what is she, a snoozer? That's annoying.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm dumb. He just makes me say dumb things. So when I saw this meme, that's the first thing I thought of. Whenever I hear
She's
snooze,
talking to a dead person?
no, that I'm dumb, and this is like that'll forever be in my mind as like the worst foot in mouth I've ever had in my life.
Right.
Oh, what is she, a snoozer? That's annoying. No. So anyway, the cops are here. I gotta go. The girls are jumping on her. They're trying to get her to wake up. The alarm kept going off.
So you had this fun
Yes.
thing in mind.
Yeah.
Also, the way he's describing it isn't the best way to describe things.
Well, he was very
buried the lead
distraught.
a little bit.
He was very distraught, dude. Yeah, I mean, I guess he could have said, hey, my mom passed away. I can't really talk right now. But he was very, very upset.
Oh.
He may have even said it and I didn't hear it.
Right.
I don't know. But
Oh, man.
I don't know, dude. It's just, that's one of the worst. That's one of the. You ever have your head go inside your shoulders like a turtle?
Oh, yeah, both.
Yeah.
Both shrink together.
Yeah. Everything comes together inside. They meet in your intestines.
Headbutt each other.
That's what. That's why I would call you a dickhead. That's what happened. Oh, it was so bad. So.
Oh, I was going to say Elon Musk was like a one-man Standards and Poor's. That's what I was looking for. S&P. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I just OCD.
The jerk store called, and they're running out of you.
That's okay, because you're their best customer.
I mean, back to the snoozing thing. escape room impossible level. You are laying in this motherfucker in the morning and you have an hour to get out.
Look at this simple image. It's so simple.
Yo, why? How do you go to bed at night? With ease and effortlessness
No.
and pleasure? Are you scared to go to bed at night because you know you're going to lay there for a while and just think about shit?
Yeah.
You are?
Scared to the point where I'm trying to adjust my habits so it doesn't happen as much, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing a good job. I'm still watching TV.
Jessica's pumped to go to bed. She
She
looks
is?
forward to going to bed, yeah. She's like, I can't wait to go to bed. I'm
She's
like,
a prayer too, right? Does she pray?
oh, yeah.
See, that might help because maybe it like seals off all the big thoughts. Like, okay, I got that taken care of. I have to be better about actually like doing something like that. Whether it's like completely, spiritual or just
It's a lot. It's everything. I used to think about the dumbest shit when I was going to bed.
I think about fucking impossibilities of life. Like there's no way to get out of what I'm thinking about.
Do you ever think about people breaking into your house and killing your whole family?
I've
You will now.
had the thought. I live in a pretty high security building. It would be pretty odd for somebody to just find our floor, like A, get in, and B, find our floor and get through the deadbolt. It's just like
Yeah.
not likely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd feel probably different if I was in just one house and I'm the only family in it.
Where I live?
Yeah, I'd worry about that if I was you.
Fuck.
Nah, but who's like, that doesn't happen. I mean, I guess it happens technically, but
Yeah.
not really. I mean, not enough to worry about it.
No. I used to think about what would happen if I was out in a field with my son and we came across two giant dogs with no leashes, obviously, and no owner around, and what would I do? Who would I go for first? Who would I how would I protect him?
Which dog would you go for?
Yeah, like why would I think about that though? And then the way I solved it, the way I cured it was one night I was laying in bed and I was trying to stop myself from thinking, and you know what happens when you do that? I mean,
Never.
it's like
Don't think about an orange banana.
that's all I'm thinking about now. Well, it's like pressing against a wall. Like the wall is not currently providing any resistance to me. If I were to press on the wall, it would provide a ton of resistance.
Right.
So don't press on the wall, right?
Yep.
So I said to myself one night when I was trying to stop myself from thinking, I said, you know what? Brain, go fucking crazy. Think about whatever you want. Go nuts. Think about whatever you want. And it was a fucking vacuum. I couldn't think of anything. So every night before I go to bed, I go, just go crazy. Think about whatever you want to think about. And I can't think of anything. Yeah. So tell me about yourself. Let me get a motherfucking 2 dogs in a field with rabies. Nah. Yeah. So that's the way I solved that. Was
What's the Snuggle Bear one?
Snuggle Bear one is I'm going to my girlfriend's house, Mom. My mom, bring a condom along. Me, I'm 15, Mom. My mom, and I'm 30. Me.
A little math joke.
Which is also, to me, a statement on how things actually don't change
Yeah.
generation to generation. Like,
Kids grow up so fast.
oh, they're fucking now.
Kids
Yeah.
are fucking, your grandmother was 18
Yeah.
when she had your parents.
Well, now they're fucking on swing. I remember when I was a kid, teenager, there was this episode of Oprah where they were like, well, now they're letting their boys are swinging girls on swings in the park, and they're putting their penises in them when they swing towards them. I was like,
no, the fuck they're not.
no, they're not. First of all, second of all, maybe these kids are, but I'm not doing that. And then there was Teen Mom fucking on MTV. There was a girl who got pregnant in my high school when she was in high school. She was walking around pregnant. Like, it's not, there's always an anomaly, and the media or whatever, they sensationalize it. They make it seem like it's a big deal. And not to get too far off topic, but I remember when they started doing the drills, the lockdown drills at school, because there was a ton of fucking school shootings going on.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, that's so sad. Oh, why do they have to do that? It's like, well, Mom, when you were in school, you were fucking doing nuclear bomb drills.
Yeah.
Was that not sad for you?
Right.
That didn't scare you as a little kid? sorry, like sometimes there's shit you got to do to be prepared for the fucking worst outcome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What do you like? The
It's
parents.
not so different.
It's not different at all.
No.
I would argue that nuclear bomb drill is maybe even scarier than a school shooter drill
Yeah.
because it's more vague and more fucking scary.
And it's not really going to do as much. At least the school shooter drill, like, you know, yeah, maybe you get out of the way of the bullet. That actually makes sense. You're not going to get out of the way of a fucking nuclear fallout by
Go under the desk.
Yeah.
Go under the desk and just die there.
Yeah. It's not quite as effective.
All right, guys, go under your desk and die there.
Yeah.
Get your skin peeled off onto your desk.
Your skeletons will be under the desk.
Yeah. I mean, geez. I mean, but it's always. I made a vow to do this a long time ago. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I will not talk about kids these days or the younger generation as if there's some evil creation that just came out of nowhere. You fucking raised them. You raised us. The boomer generation, kids today. Well, you raised us, right?
Yeah.
I didn't fill out the paperwork and pay for the participation trophy that I got. You did.
Right.
You paid for it. You demanded it. You were pissed I fucking came in 6th place and didn't get a trophy.
Right.
And cried, probably. You could have let me cry. You went to the coach and made a big fucking deal out of it. Not me, but whoever the kid was that made a fucking stink out of it. Don't blame me. I was a kid.
Right. Everybody blames everybody, man. It's so easy.
But it's so bizarre that the people who were older would blame the younger people as if it was their fault. Anyway, fuck everybody. Fucking older generation.
Fucks.
So this one might make you laugh. This is like for us. So this is a picture of Kirsten Dunst in Spider-Man. The 6 crypto scammers and porn bots who follow me. The worst meme in history. Me. This one's for you.
That's when you hear crickets, and the crickets are porn bots.
Yeah.
It's the only when you post a meme.
Why does everyone go to the bathroom after watching my story? Just take a shit. I don't know.
This one's for you.
Yeah.
And maybe like 2 or 3 ride or dies, like your homies like it too.
Yeah, the blessed one.
Oh,
Shout out.
Shout out to Chris.
That guy's the best liker in history.
The
dude.
best. He is rapid fire liker.
Instant.
You put something up. I mean, I feel privileged to be in that group that he does that with, but unofficial group, not a real group.
Yeah.
But just to be able to post and boom, blessing.
Yeah, he blesses everything. He blesses it quick too.
What a good dude, man.
Yeah. This is a very niche thing because I actually look at other big pages. It's really just meme pages that get that because it's not. I've looked at
yeah.
I guess. Trying to think.
Highly trafficked. I mean, World Star gets it. All that shit. All the bots. Think about it like if you're a stand-up comic and you tell a joke that bombs, because what you're doing with a meme page is you're putting content up. Not every joke is going to land. Some jokes you like and they don't land, and you leave them or whatever. Some you don't love and you take them down. But imagine if like somebody told a joke on a stage, and it wasn't great. They were working material out.
Yeah.
And then you just heard no laughs, but just one person yell, "I'm playing with myself in my stories."
Imagine if you just heard
Ha ha ha, LOL.
just 6 bots laughing.
Yeah.
Every single joke you told.
Yeah. And one yelling, "I made 600,000 off of crypto with this one weird trick."
At first I was skeptical, but thanks God for Diane Forex.
Instead of just silence, right? That's what you hear yelling.
Oh my God, you're not bombing. You're worse than bombing.
Yeah. Well, the bots are louder than the fucking laughs.
Holy shit. That's how you know. It's like you've planted them there. And people think that, like, on Tank's Good News, people will be like, why don't you filter these out? And I'm like, bro, Instagram can't even do anything about this. You think I'm going to do something
They
about it?
They sneak through.
There's a new bot account created every 3 seconds. They were created specifically for this post.
Right. It's a business, man. It's spam. But it is funny. It's not much comfort when that's what you see. You see like a bunch of comments and it's all spam. The worst meme in history. That's what it feels like.
So,
oh man.
So this week marked the
Look at this.
1 year anniversary of the girl telling me I looked like a beluga. This was from the D's Nuts commercial, the
Yep.
April Fools.
Yeah, you're looking at him now.
And man, was she right.
Oh yeah,
Man, was she fucking right,
that's
dude.
hysterical.
The forehead, the lips. I mean, she nailed it. And it's full circle for me, because when I used to be taking the bus, when I was on the bus when I was going to school, these two kids used to call me Shamu on the bus because I was a chubby kid. Shamu was the famous whale.
I know Shamu. He's the orca.
I'm telling the people who don't know.
All right.
So, Shamu was a famous whale at SeaWorld, which we don't condone SeaWorld. That's we know now that that's an evil corporation.
SeaWorld. It should be called Pool World.
Pool World, what sea? We'll put that meme up.
It's
on the
kind of
screen.
true though.
SeaWorld, what sea? It is Pool World. That guy outside the sign.
It's pretty good.
So, I mean, I was emotionally devastated by these kids calling me Shamu on the bus.
Yeah, I bet.
It wrecked me. So, come full circle, and I had the confidence to take this
Yep.
joke that this girl said. It wasn't a mean thing. Belugas are very cute, and she was right, and I just took it, and I made it a thing. And then I got a message from One Whale Org, who represents this particular beluga.
This beluga has a manager.
Valdemir, yeah. Valdemir has a representative because he's the whale who plays rugby with everybody, who rescued the cell phone.
Right.
People
right.
go visit at the fjords in Norway. He escaped from what they think is a Russian, Russian captivity because he's so friendly and he's so smart. But he's in danger because people go see him all the time because he's so friendly. And he gets hit with propellers. He gets fucking cut by boats. So eventually, I think we have to launch some kind of merchandise that has beluga on it, Beluga Boys Club, or
to make
something
some,
like that.
Fundraiser.
To raise money, because what they want to do is they want to put a net up across the fjord so that he can be safe behind it. People can still go see him. But then ultimately, they want to change captivity forever, where you could go to like a real outdoor captivity type of thing, so they could live in their natural environment but still be visited and seen by people, so they're not in a pool, because pools are terrible for them.
Yeah.
They're awful.
That's cool. That's a worthy cause.
But yeah, the beluga thing is it's
You ran with that, man.
Oh yeah, it's a year later. I
It's
can't
still
believe
your
it's-
your icon, right? That's your profile pic.
Hell yeah, it's always gonna be. I love belugas. They're so cute.
And you owned the thing that damaged you.
Yeah.
You took power over it.
Yep.
I like
You're
that.
like Batman. You're like a real Batman.
Right. You adopted the fucking whale.
Yeah.
Because like you became like a Superman with the powers of the thing that, right, that traumatized you.
Is that what Batman did?
Yeah. The bat scared the shit out of him, and then he says, "I'm gonna own that, and I'm gonna scare the villains the way I was scared by it."
Oh, so I'm Beluga Man,
Right.
Beluga Boy.
Yeah.
I just like the alliteration of it.
I know you do.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been a year already. Beluga Boys Club.
It's crazy.
It's incredible.
Is that Joe Budden? No.
No, this is Vin Petrol. I just grabbed that because people always say I look like Vin Diesel, even though I look nothing like Vin Diesel.
That's great.
I mean, it's bald guys, you know.
Yeah.
Not all bald guys look the same.
No.
It's really a baldest thing to say.
It is
to do that.
baldest. And even racist makes it sound like it's an art form, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it's not an art form. It's a I don't even know what it is.
Some people have elevated it.
But yeah, I mean, to say that I look like Vin Diesel, you're wrong.
Vin Petrol, isn't it?
Vin Petrol, isn't it? Yeah, you sent me some memes, but
No, we couldn't figure out the share.
yeah. Do you follow the Reductress?
No.
You don't?
No.
So this is what I was laughing at
I
before.
like the name.
The Reductress it's run by two women, but I believe there are more, but it's run by two women. They are incredible. They're fucking funny, bro.
Let's see. Avoid it like the plague. Says woman who didn't try that hard to avoid the plague. Nice picture.
I avoid it like the plague, says woman who didn't try that hard to avoid the plague. Like, that is fucking brilliant. They're just so incredible with these headlines.
Right.
It's like The Onion, but for women, you know?
Right.
They write these incredible satirist headlines they're mostly for women, but there's a picture of a woman sitting in a park, and it's the guy, it's "You're so mysterious," says man who has literally never asked you anything about
I was gonna
himself.
say he's
Yeah.
mysterious. She's mysterious because he doesn't listen. It's from the woman's perspective, but anybody can appreciate it.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this woman who didn't try that hard to avoid the plague. This is somebody who obviously
Didn't wear a mask, didn't get a booster.
exactly went out to eat every night, was fucking giving everyone a hard time.
So maybe she doesn't really avoid whatever she's talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't avoid shit. And this
really
one, who I just think is hilarious. Woman enjoys 1 week of month. She isn't ovulating, menstruating, or PMSing. And from what I've heard, it's actually probably more like 3 days.
Yeah, man. I don't even understand how they do it.
That women feel good.
That's a burden, man.
It really is. Which it brings us to a more serious topic, but so women go through a lot, right? Physically.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine
The most.
the pain. Yeah, the birthing if they decide to have children, but even if they don't have children, it's still like they got to go through the pains of whatever pre-birthing or not giving birth. Either way, they're fucked.
And it's so fucked up. Even with all this pain they're going through, it's still called menstruating.
Mm-hmm.
We even had to take that.
Should they call it women
I think so.
menstruating?
Yes.
Let's make a petition. I'm down. wanna- Menstruating.
Menstruating.
Do you think you menstruate?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not like a monthly cycle. I go through like 2 months of like being ornery or like depressed or something.
I think I'm on a monthly cycle. I always notice that around like the middle of the month, I'm better.
Menstruation?
Yeah. Around like the 14th to the 20th, I'm like the best.
You don't ovulate, do you?
I do.
We eat eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, it comes out of my butt. I shed, let's not go there.
Shed.
Shed.
Don't use the word shed.
I shed the inner lining of my uterus.
Of
My humerus. So there's an article that came out. Let me see if I can find the link. That women have a much harder time getting proper diagnosis for diseases. Have you seen this
Is
before?
that right? Because there's so much going on?
So no, it's just that doctors tend to believe them less.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
They think they're being emotional and reacting or something.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say there's so many things in different states of flux that it's hard to get like, accurate reads sometimes.
I think it's probably because they complain so much about everything that they don't know what's what.
That's that's George's joke.
I mean, that's probably what it is, My head hurts, my tummy hurts, my sides hurt. Well, it could be a stomach ache, or you may have fucking, cancer. Who knows? You don't know.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
my tummy hurts.
Yeah, my tummy hurts. Well, it is bulging. No, so no.
I feel like the opposite. I feel like a lot of times they don't say it, but walking around with it. At least my wife doesn't tend to complain, but then like she'll hurt herself and she doesn't really say anything about it. I'm like, yo, what happened? What the fuck? And like it'll be like a gash on her knee.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even say anything, but I think they carry that around anyway. They're like cramps that I don't think we could deal with on a normal basis.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like, be too far on that side and say, oh, women's power, but I just got to call it what it is. I think they're getting cramps we don't get. And
Yeah.
if we got them, it would be like, yo, whoa, hold on. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's just like, they're just like,
I think we as men underestimate the amount of pain they're in because when they do complain, we compare it to the pain that we've been in. Like, I remember when Jessica was pregnant, I am not even kidding. I was like, what's the big deal? It's like you got gas. That was the first time she was pregnant. Second time, much different. I tried to treat it much differently because once I saw the baby come out, I was like, oh, You were doing that. Okay. You're the strongest person I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's the one, the classic of like women who are experiencing childbirth can almost imagine.
Yeah, the pain of what it's like to have a tummy ache as a man.
That's one of the best.
Yeah. I mean, I think we really do underestimate it. But anyway, this conflationary, like, melding of words, this word problematic, right? So Taylor Swift is getting shit for being involved with this movie Where the Crawdads Sing, right? Which is a book that I read. The book was incredible. Reese Witherspoon is directing it, I believe, or executive producer or producing it. Taylor Swift is involved with it. She's getting shit for it because the author has a problematic past, right? So when you hear problematic, what do you think?
Problematic is like totally anti-PC, like something like, I don't know.
You would think maybe she
said something terrible.
Or maybe she was mean to a, mean to a gay person or a person of color or whatever.
Right.
She was involved potentially in a murder.
Huh?
Oh, see, that's, yeah.
But they're using the word problematic.
So it weighs down all use of problematic.
It's, I mean, bro,
It's a catch-all.
it just fucking, people have lost their minds.
Yeah.
She's not problematic then.
Yeah. No, she's a killer.
Yeah, she might be a murderer.
Yeah.
She was,
Probably a murderer, not probably.
Yeah, likely a murderer. Not problematic.
like
It's not like a problematic tweet.
when people were saying that they were trying to cancel Bill Cosby. That's not a cancellation. The guy was a serial
It's
rapist.
imprisonment.
Yeah, the guy was a serial rapist. That's not cancellation. Very By the way, shout out to Shakespeare. Yeah, that's not a cancellation, dude. That's a felony. You know?
Yeah.
It's a multiple felonies.
Yeah.
Cancellation is like something mild that has I guess let's define cancellation right now.
Okay.
Want to define cancellation?
Yeah. You
I think cancellation in today's terms is when somebody has inappropriately heavy consequences for a very mild infraction.
right. Or I mean, sometimes appropriately, always sometimes cancellations like
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Weinstein. Oh, so you want to separate it from like actual like Weinsteins and fucking
yeah, because
that shouldn't be called canceled, is what you're saying.
that's not a cancellation.
Right,
That's like
right. I get it.
that's an appropriate consequence.
I get what you're saying.
For a really heavy offense.
So cancel means the sort of over the top consequence.
The consequence outweighs the infraction.
Right. That's what it's become just because it's so widespread. Just the idea is so widespread.
But I think that's coming to an end. I really do believe that's coming to an end.
I did a meme once that said, "Should the Taliban be canceled?" I made it look like a BuzzFeed quiz. And
They do have a problematic history.
I put Eric Andre under it saying, "How could you say something so controversial yet so brave?" As
Yeah.
just like and he wound up liking it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he liked it.
They do have a problematic history, man. They
Yeah,
really do.
we should really look at their choices.
They've been problematic in the past. I mean, all the way back to 9/11.
You know who was problematic? Hitler.
Yeah. He did some things that we should look at. You know, we should probably put him under a microscope.
Right.
But then there's people, I mean, if you wait long enough, there's people who will come to anybody's defense. There's people who, you know what I realized looking at the way that people treated people, especially the way people treating this whole Russia-Ukraine thing. There's definitely people who were in high school with us back then who were in history class learning about Hitler, who were like, he was right.
He was a good leader.
I'm dead serious. There were people, because I thought everyone learned about Hitler and they were like, what a monster. How could he fucking do that?
Well, no, that the whole reason that's
I'm not talking about back then. I'm
I know.
I'm
that
talking
doesn't
about
change
today.
that much. The whole reason for him even being able to rise to power, beyond there was so many socioeconomic things that he kind of created that scapegoat and created the whole idea. But people love a scapegoat and love otherness and love to fucking dump on the other and say that that's their problem. It's a little too heavy, though, to talk about.
Another quick question for you. At this point, because the whole Will Smith thing, I'm ashamed to admit that for me, and I think for a lot of people, overshadowed the whole Ukraine-Russia thing. Even though I didn't want to continue to focus on it, it's not, whatever. It was, Ukraine-Russia, there's still the whole fucking war, genocide, invasion going on. Do you think at this point, Putin looks, because people think he looks weak if he surrenders Ukraine now. Do you think he looks weak or merciful if he surrenders Ukraine?
Not mercy. I don't think mercy could be used in that sense. I think it's tactical. I don't think mercy is anywhere near it. I think it's somewhere in between. Some people could construe it as weak. I think other people would see it as strategic so that they save face. I don't think anybody's thinking, oh, he must feel bad about all the people he's killed.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's thinking that.
Yeah. Nobody who thinks he's doing the right thing thinks he's a sociopath, because that would mean they're a sociopath and they would not.
They don't call it sociopath. They call it strong leader.
Yeah, strong leader.
That just appreciates collateral damage and just says, okay, it doesn't. That's a sociopath. But they don't define it as that.
Well, because that would mean they're a sociopath,
Right.
yeah. Which they're not ready for that conversation.
They like people to just take control, obliterate power.
Yeah, strong.
Strong.
There was a video I saw on TikTok where this guy, fuck, I forgot his name. He went to a Trump rally, and he asked, people. He goes, "Would you rather Biden be president or Putin?" And what do you think they said?
Oh, come on.
Putin.
Yeah.
They'd rather Putin be the president of the United States of America than Biden. All right, we got to wrap it up. Sorry we got so serious there. Hopefully you enjoyed the memes. Come back next week. We'll have more memes, more topics, more funny stuff. We won't get so serious, or maybe we will. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just keep watching. Thanks for subscribing. Patreon.com/Meme Daddies. Subscribe, like, rate, review.
YouTube.
I'm Tank Sinatra. This is Adam the Creator. We'll see you next week.